And then the last thing that was really big is meditation for me. Started off just with Headspace. I'm not the type of person that people, assumed would be a heavy meditator or very introspective or anything like that. But for me, just like starting off with Headspace last year, and then now I've been doing transcendental meditation, which is kind of what Ray Dalio talks about in Principles.
Yeah.
That's worked really well for me to just be more present during the day in my life. It's pretty amazing, amazingly profound effect.
I feel like your Twitter stream is part of your gratitude journal.
Yeah.
Because I read your Twitter stream and I'm like, oh, this is like very philosophical. It's not like just pulling out like, oh, here's a blurb from the latest S1 or something.
Yeah.
Like you're like sharing ways that the startup community can, to think about themselves, right?
Yeah, the way I think about it is like, if you want something to be part of your identity, talk about it. If you want to learn something, teach it. And I really believe that. So for me, putting out what I've been doing on the mindfulness side, and for myself to be more emotionally kind of stable throughout the days and weeks and months as a startup founder, that's been really valuable to me. So if I can spread that to other people, it's going to help reinforce it as an identity for me, but it's also going to hopefully help those people as well.
Right.
One thing I've been working on a lot as well, last thing I'll say is just working on realizing that your attachment now, in the very early days of Justin TV and Kiko and all these companies, I had a huge ego attachment to the outcome of the company, right? My identity and the companies were like very intertwined. And more recently, I realized that was the same at Atrium actually. Like again, I was like creating that same pattern, but it was like, it's a very unhealthy pattern. So what I realized was I needed to start reminding myself that no matter what happens with this company, I'm not going to be any happier or any less happy in the long run. There might be a short burst of unhappiness if it fails, or happiness if it succeeds, like, amazingly, but you're not going to get any happier, really. If you're relying on outside things, external factors to drive your inner happiness, you will always be disappointed in the long run.